My name is Neal Cram, Director of Business Analytics with Foley Family Wine Estates. Recently started with Foley over the past month or so, but was with Epic for the past year before that, and then Don Spassiani & Sons for the 6 years prior to that. So I've been using Target for about 8 years now, I think. The most beneficial thing about Target is how you can, within one particular view, you can have multiple objects, and selecting a piece of data within one object will then reorient the rest of the objects within that view, so you can easily maneuver and answer questions along the way just by clicking one click. A view with multiple objects, let's say you wanted to look at a particular account, you could click on the object and maybe you have some brand data or salesperson data in different objects. You can click on the account, those will reorient themselves, or you can click on a brand and it will change to the account or the salesperson, for example. So yes, you can have one view almost acts as multiple reports in one easy place to get all the information. When I design something, I try to put myself in the other people's shoes. How would they want to see the information back at them? And then also, how would they want to slice that information as well? So I usually start with that, trying to put myself in their shoes, but then understanding the flexibility of Target, how I can then design the particular report or view to kill a lot of birds with one stone. It's usually pretty quick turnaround. I mean, Target's pretty flexible. So as long as you can interact with the person, whether it's on the phone or a GoToMeeting, you can start changing the particular view and get instant feedback, because it's very simple to swap dimensions around or measures to kind of satisfy their needs. Probably started with a team of between 30 and 50. At Epic, I was probably supporting probably about 30 to 50 is generally the size. User adoption, it's kind of twofold. One, I think you have to make the particular views or reports easy on the eyes. You got to make it easy to understand what you're looking at. So, and that kind of comes with the formatting and the design that falls on me. Secondly, once you do a demo for the users and show them how it's point and click and you can't quote unquote break anything, it puts a lot of uneasiness to the side and people feel a lot more comfortable with it. I look at our login screen from time to time, and out of the 150 or so licenses we have active throughout Foley and Epic, I think about 75 to 100 log in every week. So there's pretty good user adoption for sure. We made a big impact at Epic with Target. The BI tool that they were using before, it was very much just kind of an open buffet, and users could decide however and whatever information they wanted to pull, so that we weren't kind of leading the horse to the water, as you might say. So when Target came around and we kind of redesigned the whole concept of providing people the information that we think is important and what they think is important, and forcing them to that information, it was a huge impact. People can now open up Target through the security settings. Their information pops up as soon as they open Target. They don't have to go build anything or fish for anything. It's right there in front of their faces. With the old BI system, what the process was, a person would dump data into Excel, manipulate it, put it into a prettier looking Excel document, and then email it out to the various 20 to 25 people. With Target, we designed automated reports that run every morning. They get spit out to the user group, and it is, Tuesday through Saturday is our schedule. At 5:30, the reports land in the inboxes. So when they wake up, they can see how their numbers or their sales from yesterday. Target's really improved over the last 8 years. The big benefit, I think, is the development they've done with Target Anywhere. Users like web-based applications that are truly point and click. They don't need to understand data structure. It's just a web-based version. They've added a lot of functionality that wasn't available in prior versions that have kind of met it halfway to maybe the full development side. Target Anywhere now sits in the middle where they can do most of the things that we need them to do without confusing them with the full-blown developer version. You guys are awesome because you can understand the business needs and turn it into reality through data. A lot of people I've worked with in the past, they don't necessarily understand what the business needs, and they can do whatever you tell them to do with the data, but they don't ever adjust to the business needs to make sure that you're truly getting what you want. And you guys do a great job of taking our needs and transforming it into the data. Yes, we did have a market leader business intelligence tool, and Target has since replaced that, and the feedback has been overwhelming. Everybody, quote unquote, loves Target, finds it very easy to use, and the old BI system has been put up on the shelf and nobody asks about it anymore. Yeah, the performance is very quick. We can chug through thousands and thousands of rows of data within probably 1 to 2 seconds, which you have a very small window with especially salespeople's attention span where they want everything quickly. Within 1 to 2 seconds, we're giving them the answers they need and require to manage their business. It's great to see, A, how the community has grown over the years, which is hats off to you guys, but B, it's great to hear how other people utilize Target and your guys' services to push the boundaries of what technology can do for the company. A lot of times we'll come to you guys and say, hey, this is what we want. And you guys will say, okay, that's great, we can do that. But are you sure you're never gonna wanna go out here? Because if you do, let's take your little box and design it as a circle so that we can, in the future, if you decide to go that route, it's already pre-built. So yeah, you read our minds. If I'm looking at Target, I think the biggest thing to know is how flexible the tool is. I've used a lot of BI tools in the past where it usually starts with, here's what you can't do. And Target's different. There's not a lot you can't do. I remember talking with our national sales manager at Donaldson, say, okay, we got this thing ready to go. Let's start putting things together. And his first question was, well, what can't it do? And I said, it actually can kind of do anything we want it to do. And it kind of stumped him, and he didn't really know where to go from there, because you usually start off with everything that you can't do and then work around it. And it is truly a system that you can manipulate and slice and dice the data till your heart's content.